What an unbelievable ball game. The effort was just fantastic for both teams. But, I know you wanted your guys to come in with a lot of energy, match their energy, which you did. I think it really starts there tonight.
It does. The Toronto trip was tough, going up and back, but I thought our guys did a great job of bouncing back, and we talked about it earlier. What we got from that team, from that trip, was we played a similar team tonight, and we were ready.
Yeah, the resiliency as well, Coach, and you've done it now. It's really become a pattern for your team. And as Minnesota was mounting the comeback, how you guys were able to stave them off, and of course you got the big shot at the end.
Yeah, big shot by Brandon. He was amazing tonight. Sharing the basketball, 9 assists, shooting the ball well, 6 for 7 from 3. And then he comes up with a big shot at the end, a shot that we needed. But I'm proud of all of our guys. This is a tough team, and they're getting better and better. They got a ton of guys that can come in and play, that can shoot the ball, that can drive. And for us to stick in there and be resilient like we were, that's a huge boost for us.
Yeah, on Brandon's shot that he made, was the plan for him just to curl around and get a shot from the top of the arc, or what was just the plan there on that one?
Yeah, the play was for Brandon. It was definitely to get the ball in his hands. They did a great job of just trying to take him away. We hit Jonas. Jonas made the next best play was to get it to Brandon's hands. He had the hot hand, and I was right behind him. I saw it. It was on target. Really good executed play. And then Josh having the awareness to know no timeouts. He's got to get the ball in, and we got to get a shot up.
Yeah, and just more of a big picture one, but we're at the midpoint of the season now. I mean, after your 3-16 start, this team is 12-10. Just how proud of you for you guys just sticking with it throughout this first half here.
I'm extremely proud. That's the message for our team, for our organization, for our guys, and it's a credit to them. Not the ideal start that we wanted, but every day our mindset is not on necessarily just the results, but trying to improve. And if we do that and we come in with joy, we compete, we work hard, play together, which our guys are doing, the results will come, and I think the guys are gaining more and more confidence.
And we've talked about it a few times this year. You started out the season 1-9 in those clutch situations where it's close in the end. Now you're 6-3 in your last 9 games like that. Just what do you think about the maturity your team has started showing in those end-of-game situations where you got to close it out and get the win?
We're definitely getting better, and that's the key for us. Tonight was an example of what we were talking about early in the season, losing a lot of close games. But we have to continue to give ourselves an opportunity, which we're doing. And if we continue to put ourselves in a position to win games, give ourselves an opportunity to win games, we'll do what we did tonight. That's 3-game winners this season, and we just have to keep doing that, working hard, competing, and at the last 3-4 minutes of a game, if you got an opportunity to win, that's what you want as a team.
And what do you think about the way B.I. has handled those situations? Because during his time in New Orleans, he's gotten a lot of scrutiny about what he's done in those end-of-game situations, and it seemed like, lately he's been making big plays, late in the fourth quarter.
We trust Brandon. He puts the work in all summer long when people are not looking. In practice, he's one of the first guys there every day. He's working. He wants to be great, not just good. And we're going to keep putting the ball in his hands at the end of the game, along with Devontae, along with Jonas, trusting our guys. That's what it's about. And we keep believing in our guys like we do. They'll make big plays down the stretch, and they're all putting the work in. And so it's not a surprise to us that Brandon is making shots like that and he's carrying our team.
It looked like, I think even though he had 9 points tonight, it looked like it was maybe one of Nikhil's better games, especially getting going with the playmaking. What did you see out of his minutes today, especially on that heavy load that he played in the first half?
We know Nikhil is capable of scoring, but I like that he was just patient tonight. He let the game come to him. When he had open looks, he took them. If he didn't, he got off the ball. And I think he's at his best when he plays like that. Look, we still want him to be aggressive. He'll take a couple shots that are tough shots, but because of who he is, that's okay as long as his mindset is in the right place, which he was tonight.
Hey, Willie, what can you say about the toughness of Jose? Just get back in the game.
That kid is tough as nails. He looked like he had a hole in the top of his head, and I didn't think he was coming back in the game. And then next thing I know, he was on my shoulder, Coach, I'm ready. And so his energy, his spirit, the way he plays, I mean, we all love Jose and what he brings to our team. He just climbs into guys defensively, and offensively he's making the right plays.
All right, let's go to Zoom.
Hello, Coach. Just this is Nathan Chris. Congratulations on the win, first of all. For you personally, what it means to have a leader like Brandon Ingram, and what type of leader he is?
Brandon is he's a great leader, and he makes life easier for all of us. Number one, he's a high character guy, high basketball IQ. He works extremely hard at what he does for a living, and he loves it. He comes in every day with that mindset. He also grabs his teammates and take them to baskets and work on things together. And so I think I said it earlier in the season, he's a coach's dream. He's an organization's dream to have a player that you can build around like him. And you know, I'm extremely proud of what he's doing, and I'm just proud of all of our guys. Win, lose, or draw, this is a fun team to be around. They come in with joy, they come in with energy, they play together, and they're resilient.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
Kind of starting with the bigger picture one, you guys lost to them in November. That dropped you guys to 3-16. You guys are 12-10 since. What do you think has just allowed you guys to just stay in it and get this thing turned around?
Our coaching staff. Every day we come in, you feel me, even after losses, bad losses, coach is just always positive, always pumping confidence into us, making us, just keep believing. Our PD work, we watching film, and we can see it, we just got to tighten up some things, whether it's the turnovers, guys playing with a lot of confidence, and, we just feed off each other energy, and defensively we playing well, and, we just got to keep making plays down the stretch offensively.
Yeah, and Brandon shot at the end. What was just your vantage point on that? What did you see on that deep three?
Obviously we were trying to get behind the ball. He's made I don't know how many clutch baskets down the stretch to keep us in it. And then Jonas caught it. I seen B.I. get open, and when he released it, I just knew it was going in. I just held my hands up because I already knew it was cash.
And it's been such a big turnaround for you guys in closing these games out late in the fourth quarter. Just what have you kind of seen, the past few weeks, what y'all have been able to do to kind of, stay poised and come away with wins in these situations?
Like I said last week, we were right there too, and some of those games we just didn't make those shots or make the right plays. But you just stick with it. Your bread and butter plays down the stretch. Obviously, be our bread guy down the stretch and making those shots and believing in him, and he's going to do it. Just running the plays, executing the plays down the stretch. That's all you got to do.
And you mentioned it. What's it been like just seeing him step up for you guys in these late situations, hitting big shots, not just tonight, but, in other nights as well?
Playing like an all-star, man, you got to give him his credit. It's like a quiet assassin. Quiet all-star. I don't know how to say it. he just do it night in and night out, and it's just so easy for him. But he's been unbelievable for us all year.
What did you think of the job Nikhil did tonight with his playmaking? It seemed like it was one of his better games. He still only had, I think, 9 points, but it seemed like he was in more control tonight, and he was really kind of letting the playmaking get his game going.
I think he just let the game come to him. He didn't try to force it. Played great, made plays, getting downhill. Obviously, he's a threat to score, and other teams know that. Coming off the bench, he's our primary scorer. So, they're gonna throw different schemes at him, blitz him, whatever, try to get the ball out of his hands, and he was just making the right simple plays, and then he made shots when he was open.
Was it okay that Brandon stole your game-winning thunder? That was kind of your thing for a little while.
Oh, no. It's perfectly fine with me, man. Perfectly fine.
And obviously you guys are missing Josh in that Toronto game. Just how big has he been in these late game situations, and in particular tonight?
Huge. What was he, 8 for 14? Obviously getting downhill, plus 20, he had 21. You can't. It's hard when you got one of your primary guys out on any team. Him attacking the basket, finding guys defensively. He does a lot for us, so he's a big part of the team.
Let's go to Christos on Zoom.
Devontae, congratulations on the win, first of all.
Appreciate you.
This team proves this season that have the ability to make big plays in crunch time. Oklahoma City was Brandon. What did it speak about you guys?
You said what is what?
If you have the ability, as a team, you have the ability to make big plays in crunch time and make big shots. In Oklahoma City was you, make a big shot and won the game. Tonight was Brandon. What it speaks about you, that ability?
We just, we wanted to take those shots. We got guys that can make them. And we got all the confidence in the world to shoot them. So, we got a lot of guys who want the ball in their hand at the end of the game, and we just try to make the right plays, whether it's me, B.I., Kill, Jonas, Josh. It really doesn't matter. The open guy should take and make the open shot because we all got that confidence in ourselves and in each other.
just right here in front. Did that game feel as entertaining to play in as it probably looked to a lot of people watching? And how would you kind of describe the style or character of play that game took on in general, and how you guys handled playing kind of the way Minnesota likes to play?
I mean, yeah, it was fun definitely to play in it. I don't know about the perspective from watching. I know it's probably crazy bucket after bucket down the stretch. And we knew we were going to have to come out and be physical. I think we were averaging like 20 turnovers against this team. How many did we have tonight? 20. So, I mean, they did what they do defensively normally, but we just didn't let them, get as many offensive rebounds and convert. If we would have kept them off the free throw line a little bit better, probably would have ended up not needing a game-winning basket. But we just played physical, played fast, got up and down, and we just want to play our style, not necessarily their style. Preach.
Recording stopped.
Just start with final play BI shot. What was you guys' plan, and what was your vantage point on the three?
Yeah, it was
a play to get BI coming to the top of the key. And, I told him when we came out the huddle, I'm like, if they're playing you, on that strong and, kind of running with you over that screen, I'm like, I'm not going to throw it to you. I'm like, if I threw it to him, I think Josh Okogie was on him. It would have been a steal going the other way. So I told him that. Jonas did a great job of sealing and flashing, and then they made a split-second mistake, and we were able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen Brandon play a lot of basketball over the years. These last, I guess, 3-4 weeks, just what do you think about the level that he's been at consistently?
Oh, he's been on a all-star level. 33, 9, and 4. Shooting the ball incredibly well. He had a couple games where, he was trying to get his rhythm back when he was out for a couple games with his, I think it was his ankle. But he's an all-star caliber player. He was an all-star before. I think he should be an all-star again. And, he's someone that we're really relying on, and he's doing a great job in terms of taking what the defense gives him, trusting his teammates, and just going out there and executing.
Yeah, staying on BI, what do you think about the way he's kind of figuring out how to close these games? That's something he was learning, during these past couple of years down here, and it seems like he's kind of found a groove and what he needs to do in those situations.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing about that is during the whole game, he's trusting us to make the right play. He's getting off the ball quick when he gets double-teamed or trapped, and putting his trust and confidence in us to go out there and execute. So it keeps the defense honest, especially late in games. And he's someone who can get to his shot, get to the mid-range anytime he wants. He's someone that can elevate over the top, and he's been huge for us down the stretch, and especially in clutch time. And he's someone that we're going to continue to go to, continue to lean on throughout the whole game. But him really playing well in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth quarter has been great and, amazing to see.
And just what about what you guys are doing as a team in those clutch situations? I've thrown a stat at you before. Started off the season 1-9 in those games, and now you're starting to pick up wins in those games. What do you kind of see as the shift for you guys?
Yeah. We knew it was going to take a little bit of time just with incorporating Jonas, Tay, Tom. If you look at our roster right now, we had 10 guys that played in that starting unit. You had Herb new, Jonas new, Tay, guys come off the bench, Jose, Gary, Temp, and it's been going down the list. So we knew it was going to take a little bit of time and go through growing pains, and that was frustrating. It's something that you couldn't skip, and Lord knows we wanted to, but I think right now we're starting to really gain more and more confidence in ourselves as a team, and also in ourselves as individuals, and that's due to the work that we put in. When we were 1-9, we came to the gym every day wanting to get better, being upbeat and being positive. And, I think you're really starting to see us turn it around because of that.
As the inbounder on that play with no timeouts, what is the internal clock like? Are you counting to yourself, or
I don't.
You got to get something off to
No,
make
yeah,
sure JV gets it?
I wasn't really worried about that. It was just like, just got to find the open guy. I think that was the biggest thing. I mean, obviously it's 5 seconds. In those situations, you really have about 7, maybe 8 seconds. So my focus was just finding someone to get the ball to, inbound it, and having our guys go make a play. And inbound it to Jonas, who did a great job sailing, and he was able to hit BI. But those two are our two guys that we're going to right now on a daily basis. So whenever you got an opportunity to get them the ball in any situation, good things happen.
Is it one of those things where, like, you can tell them, hey, if they play you this way, I'm not throwing you the ball, but okay, option 1 is Brandon, option 2 is JV's flashing to you.
Yeah.
Are you counting that? Okay, this is here, I got to get here quick.
I mean, yeah. I told BI coming out the timeout, I wasn't going to hit.
if Kogi was trailing him, hard, I wasn't going to hit him. And Jonas did a great job sealing, because a lot of times in these situations, defense is locked in. Sometimes you have certain plays that you run that are scouted against. So at the end of the day, you got to just make reads and make plays. And Jonas did a great job of sealing. Kogi, for some reason, I don't know where he was. He left the best player on the floor, and they got punished for it.
Zoom.
Good.
Hey Josh, congratulations on the win first of all. You were teammate with Brandon since Lakers era. You know him pretty well. What did you see? What impressed you most about his growth into the leadership role in the team?
I think his trust and confidence in his teammates is something that he's done an amazing job of, because there were times where we put so much of a burden on him on the offensive end, not just this year but last year and the year before, and he was really coming into his own as a player, and as an all-star he was trying to find his spots, and we were making it difficult for him, and he felt like he had to bail us out a lot. But now he's able to make the right play, take what the defense gives him. A lot of time it's hockey assists. He's not going to get credit for that on the box score, but he's getting blitz. He gets off the ball quick, and we get Jonas at the rim, or we get Herb or somebody in the corner. So his growth in terms of his confidence in his teammates, trusting his teammates, has been great. It's been great for us, having his confidence, and then it's been great in terms of execution-wise, because that keeps the defense honest, and at the end of the game, they can't help, and that's when he, just goes to work and does what he does.
Thanks, Josh.
Appreciate it.
Pretty hard around the screen. Just I guess what was the thought process of didn't get the ball initially, but getting it again and knocking that one down.
Well, my thought was just getting the shot up. The initial play didn't work. Jonas had a flash to the basket. To the basketball, and I just tried to get to an open spot, and he made the play, and I shot the shot, and it felt good coming off my hands, and it went in.
Yeah, about 2 months ago, you guys lost to this team at home. That dropped you guys to 3-16. Since then, you guys are 12-10. What do you think this team has just figured out to get this season turned around?
Well, we've got better in some area every single game, whether it's on the defensive end, helping guys out and staying in front of the basketball. On the offensive end, just learning new ounces of things with all the young guys that we have. We just continue to learn, and we're in another phase, just trying to figure out how to be better on the defensive end. We knew they were a good three-point shooting team, so it was important for us to have our stick hands up and move our feet on the defensive end, and I think we did a okay job of that tonight.
Yeah, you scored 10 points basically in the last minute of the game. Just what were you able to do to get yourself going, when your team really needed it?
My teammates found me. I think those shots were three-pointers, so it was some driving kicks, and guys were driving the basketball and trying to get the best shot on the floor. I wasn't necessarily looking to shoot the basketball every single time down the floor, but I felt good. I felt in the rhythm, and my teammates found me.
And it feels like, we've asked you a million times over the past couple of years about clutch situations, you growing into that person for this team and what it takes to be effective in those moments. I guess, how are you feeling now in that role and your ability to execute, in those final minutes of games?
I'm just trying to treat every quarter the same. Be aggressive in every single quarter. Find the best play on the floor every single time down. Trying to make the best decision every single time down. I wish I could get that play back of that turnover at the into the fourth quarter. But I'm just trying to make the best decision for the team every time down the floor and just treat every quarter the same as if it was the first quarter.
And do you feel like it's fair to say now that you've taken a step in that area, you feel more comfortable now than you did maybe in your first 2 years in New Orleans?
Yeah, I feel more comfortable. But it all comes from the work outside of playing in games. Just trying to make sure that my decision making is really, really good. And noticing how the defense is playing me. Every day is different. Maybe I don't get that shot at the end of the game, but it's another great shot at the end of the game the next time. And that's all in just decision making.
So you were sitting in here for what Josh had to say about you, but I want to ask you about him and the growth that you've seen in his game, especially in this last, I guess, month or so. It seems like he's really taken his game to another level. What have you kind of seen from Josh?
He looks comfortable. You know, he's found his niche and he knows exactly what he needs to do and what he wants to do when he comes out on the basketball floor. And it's beautiful to see. You know, he's been aggressive. Aggressive every single game. He's been rebounding the basketball, pushing it coast to coast, knocking down spot shots. He's made some free throws, the most important ones anyway. But he's been a guy that's been really, really important for our team. We definitely could have used him in Toronto, but it's good to have him back this game.
And to Will's questions, before in the clutch, you used to say you would put a lot of pressure on yourself to make the right play, and sometimes it maybe get forced. Is it that same level of pressure you're putting on yourself, but do you just feel, like we were saying, like more comfortable in those situations, or has it have you just kind of learned from what has happened the last two years?
I've learned, you know, at the end of the night, whether when we lose, it's gonna be on me. I just take that in regards and just like I said, make the best decision on the floor. It's not about before it was about me wanting to close the game, wanting to take that last shot and be the closer. Now it's about just trying to get the best shot on the floor, whether it's me getting to my spot or me getting into the lane and driving a kick or dumping it down to Jonas. We have a lot of really, really good players around that can make some decisions on the floor, so it's just important for me to just make a play.
What has kind of helped in that transition of trusting that, hey, I got guys on the floor who can make plays? Does that come from talks with Willie? Does that come from just learning the game? Like, where does that kind of come from?
It comes from learning the game. You know, it's going to be times where at the end of the game I'm going to have to shoot over two. But there's also times in the game, which is most of the time, where we have players on the floor that can do some really, really good things. And it's important for, especially now early on before we try to enter into the playoffs, for the trust to be here, knowing what guys can do right now. So when the times come, we'll be in good hands.
Go to Zoom.
Hey, Brandon, congratulations on the win and big shot as well. Those moments, what it means for you and what it speaks about your growth, the crunch time decision making?
Well, it builds confidence for me that my work is showing. Every single day, just trying to get back into the gym, and even after success right now, it's motivation for me to continue to keep going, continue to stick to my routine, continue to stick to everything that I'm doing to fuel my body and my mind to come out here and be the best that I can be.
And also speaking about your game and about your progress 3 years, this season, do you feel that you play in an all-star level?
Are you asking me, do I think I'm playing at an all-star level?
Yes.
I think I'm getting there. Haven't been able to play as much as I wanted to play. I've been out a couple games that's thrown off my rhythm a little bit, but I continue to keep pushing. I think as long as I stay on the basketball floor and continue to get a rhythm on the offense and defensive end, that I will be playing at an all-star and superstar level, but I have to continue to grind and play these games and be ready every single night.
Yeah, last one for me. But when we talked to Willie, obviously he was complimentary of the shot, but he talked a good bit about you as a leader and what you've done for this team. And obviously you do it in a different way. But what do you try to do for this team as the leader, and the way that you do it?
Just be myself. They're just walking into the gym every single day and doing what I love. And that's just to play basketball. I try to be the example. I try to be the energy in the room. That's really good energy. I try to set the tone, and if we need to be aggressive, whatever we need to do to follow the game plan each and every day, I just try to be at the forefront of it and be the example. I never try to lead with talking. I think I have to show the action before I just say any words. So I just try to go out every single day and be the smartest, be the most precise on the floor, and make sure that I'm healthy enough to do the things that I need to do.
Thanks, B.I.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.